Wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you on Point Dexter. This is TarotOnDex, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started because you know we dominate these time constraints. Energetically, it feels like the energy of a practitioner who is trying to check to see if their work is working, right? You know, you might find that people are asking you, I tell y'all all the time, the external world is a reflection of the internal world. And many times what happens inadvertently, but a person will project their feelings onto you. And then when you don't match their energy, they'll inquire, is something wrong with you? Right? Is something wrong with you? No, that's your energy that you feel, but you're projecting it. So heavy on the people who doing magic, questioning you. You could be just sitting there minding your business, thinking about something other than where you are in that moment in reality, and somebody says, "Are you okay? You seem off today." Just be aware of where the energy is coming from, because that's immediately what I feel when I press the button to go live. Other than like, okay, consistency. Okay, consistency. That's been a big thick energy for about 3 weeks though. Like just pushing and it could be retrograde, right? Just pushing through that desire to be inconsistent. Let's see what comes through. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. That we should see us walk the highest path ahead for the greatest good. Um 2 plus 9 is 11, right? 11 has to do with portals opening, but this person is stuck in their head, right? Um, if it's a lot has been coming out about like the promised land, about you stepping out into something that God is offering you, but it feels like someone feels like they're stuck in a mental prison, just like much like the children of Israel in the wilderness, in the wilderness for 40 years, right? They all they had to do was go in and take possession, but they didn't have the faith, right? And so sometimes not having the faith could feel like you're in this prison and you can't, like you literally can't, when really you can. It's a sacrifice that needs to be made, right? There's something that may feel uncomfortable, that feels difficult, but you really can. The Wheel of Fortune energy is out here, right? There's a lot of positive energy, but it also feels like the divine one that I'm speaking to right now has like a disconnect between what they're capable of doing and what they believe they're capable of doing. White magic. And it feels like the disconnect comes through because of like you thinking that you have to do it all on your own when really God is doing it with you. Divine guidance, is energy is out here with white magic. Right? So your spirit team is wanting you to come out of this mental prison. Understand that the universe, the wheel is turning in your favor, that the universe has your back, and then go forth and like take what you want. Um, like it's scary or it's challenging or whatever it is that you feel in your body when you hear me say that, go forth and take the take possession of it. And yeah, okay, nobody's denying that you don't feel energy in your body when you hear that, but that doesn't stop you from doing it. And one of the things that has been showing up a lot for the collective is like, as logical divine beings, it's so easy to know what God is wanting of you and where God is wanting you to go. But the feeling, right, the way that you can still feel, it creates interruptions, it creates disturbances. And when you can be aware of your feelings and not distracted by them, then you're sitting like in a position of power. Karmic masculine. This karmic masculine has been coming up a lot. Death magic. One of the things that I want you to know is that God will forgive you. If you turn away from your back, like your ways, like if you repent, right? If you not only say, I'm not, like, I denounce this behavior, but you turn away from it, then you can find relief. Now you gotta pay for every sin that you've made. That's just what it is. You gotta pay for everything you did, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. You're gonna pay for that. But at the end of the day, if you say, okay, God, I'm not doing it anymore, you can find relief in your life. Six of Pentacles, bliss, and divine partner. So this is some interesting energy. There's heavy on somebody who having to pay for where they stay. Period. We all got to pay for where we stay. But this person might be in the most uncomfortable conditions and still having to pay for that shit, right? Karmic masculine doing death magic stuck in their head about what they did to a divine one. White magic, divine guidance energy is out here with Wheel of Fortune turning stuck in their head about what they did to a divine one, and the Wheel of Fortune is turning in the favor of the divine one. Six of Pentacles energy is there's a lot of generosity, abundance around you. The promises of God are showing up in your life, and even attraction and abundance coming towards you. And this karmic masculine who tried to send death magic towards you is having to sit and stew like a soup in their shit. That's what this feels like. Obsession. So yeah, somebody's watching you. Let's get some more energy on this. Somebody's watching you. They feel bad about something that they did to you. This feels energetically like somebody did something to you to keep you stuck. Yeah, like to make it so nobody wouldn't want you anymore. To make it so that people wouldn't be attracted to you anymore. And not they're stuck. You know, not that you didn't go through difficult situations and circumstances, but it all led to your your connection to God. And there are promises of God coming through in your life. And the punishment of them trying to do that death magic on you is that they have to watch you. They have to watch you. They cannot turn away. They can't turn away from whatever they're watching. They can't scroll on. They can't mind their own business. What they did and how you not suffering like they wanted you to suffer has become their business. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, and we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message? Ace of Swords. This person has a reputation. This karmic masculine that has been doing death magic on you has a reputation. Seven of Cups energy is out here. They're one of the reasons that they're kind of like trapped, that imprisonment card, which means that they're stuck and they have to watch what you're doing and what you're creating, is because they know. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. They know. Based on their research is what Spirit is saying, but they watch you so much that they know eventually what you went through with them is going to become another one of your learning lessons. You might be the type of people who you take things in your life and you don't hide from them. You don't run from them. You use them as learning lessons. You might even use them to teach other people. And somebody knows that you're going to use the situation with them, the circumstance with them, as a learning lesson. Ace of Swords energy is out here with the Ace of Pentacles. And there is this kind of underlying energy around it that's like, once you use it as a learning lesson, once you use the situation as a learning lesson, their truth is going to be revealed, right? This person feels like Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, imprisonment. Everyone is going to know that it was them. Everyone is going to know that they were the karmic masculine, right? So even in their, what's the word? Even in that they feel bad for what they did, or that they are realizing that they did something wrong, they're still very selfish. It's still all about them. It's still all about people finding out what they did and looking at them different. That's not a full repentance, right? Repentance is when you no longer care, okay, how people look at you. You care what you did took wrong to the wrong party, right? Even in this person's realization of their wrongdoing, there's still no repentance. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. There's no repentance in their energy. This is like, how are you getting this money? How are you still able to speak your truth? Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Where are you getting the endurance from? Where are you getting the strength from? Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, right? This Five of Swords makes me feel like Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Well, you didn't have that entrepreneurial skill. You weren't that industrious, right? Like, this person is thinking of their interaction with you and wondering how you're coming up with this energy that's like generous. Like, either people are giving to you or what you're doing is bringing in a lot of income. Four of Swords energy is out with the Judgment card. Why aren't you Four of Swords, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords on your ass, laid down, laid up, in the depression? They want to know why you're not in a state of depression after everything that they did for you. It was a learning lesson. It was a learning lesson. Sun card energies out here. Revelations was had. Intuitive care. Revelations were had about your abilities. You recognize this person for the Jezebel spirit that they are, and they not a learning lesson. They only a learning lesson, right? King of Cups energy is out here. Controlled enough in your emotions. Seven of Cups with the King of Cups is Eight of Cups to walk away from the situations and circumstances that they tried to put you in, and still maintain some sense of poise, self-respect. The Sun card energy is out here oh, what's the word? How people see you, how people view you. Like you wouldn't mention their name, or you wouldn't mention them in a way that they could be identified because you don't want to change the way people see you. That's what it is. It's a little bit of vanity. Sun card energy is out here, but vanity in that you wouldn't mention their name because you know they don't deserve the attention. That's what this feels like. Death card energy is out here. Like dead to me type of energy. There's a masculine in your energy from your past that fucked over you real, real bad. And this masculine wants to know how you happy. This masculine wants to know how you still getting money. This masculine wants to know how you still able to operate in your spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities. They thought that what they did to you was gonna put you on your ass, have you depressed, make it to where you never felt confident in your abilities again. And now they having to sit in that shit. They not repenting yet. They don't even realize that they having to sit in their shit. They watch you every day and they're watching you, studying you like, why isn't the thing that I did working? That's what this feels like to me. Why you so obsessed with me? You already know. Let's see what the emotions are like. This could be somebody that you have children with, or somebody that you had a pregnancy scare with. I want to ask a particular question in this divine collective's energy, because your energy has been really, really thick for like the past couple of days, and I want to know why. I want to know why. I want to know why these practitioners are so adamant about interrupting what your flow is, right? Like Wile E. Coyote. Like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, they're relentless. They won't give up. They won't give in. They won't take their L, right? They don't realize they're outnumbered or outranked. And I'm like, why? Like, what's the fucking big deal? Why they won't leave you alone? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Why won't they leave you alone? 10 of Pentacles. This is your family. The World card energy is out here. These practitioners won't leave you alone. They're being either they're people in your family or they're being hired by people in your family. 10 of Pentacles. Your energy was supposed to be siphoned. You were supposed to be in like a state of mind. You were supposed to be based on everything, all of the systems and structures that were orchestrated and set up throughout your life. You were supposed to be in a state of mind that made it very easy for your family, this is very specific, to like capitalize off of your energy, right? You know how like trust fund families, they all have life insurance policies. And what happens is when people pass away, all of their life insurance goes back into the trust fund. And that's how it funds the trust, right? 10 of Pentacles with the World card. But it's something about you breaking free, because I feel like this is mental programming, because you were never supposed to. Have you ever heard the theories about Michael Jackson being otherworldly? You see how long his legs are stretched out. That's not humanly possible. How long look how this arm is even longer than this arm, literally, even in the picture. That's not humanly possible. So there are theories that say that Michael Jackson is otherworldly or whatever it is like that. That's not what I'm talking about. You discovering your magic, right? You discovering your power. It was never supposed to happen. There were literal systems and structures like orchestrated. You wasn't taught certain things. You was not taught how to, like you were supposed to be. Like family is meant to teach you how to survive on your own. Period. You're supposed to be in a certain state of mind. And in that state of mind, it makes all of the things that comes through you and go right back into the family trust. Proverbially, right? Energetically. And that in your mind, you was going to think that was how it was supposed to go. Like the way that they was programming you, you was supposed to think, oh, this is what family does, right? This is how it goes. Meanwhile, they siphoning your energy, interrupting your creativity abilities, and you never having to be the ability to create something on your own. Family branches off, right? You have the root of the tree, you have the main part of the tree, but they're branches. You branch off into you were never supposed to branch off. You were supposed to become a stump on the tree. You know how the trees be having a stump where it would have been a branch, but the branch never grew. You were supposed to be a stump on the tree where all of your life force energy went right back into the tree and it went into different aspects of the bloodline. But in some shape or form, something happened. Something was a catalyst for you discovering your power. Empress energy. Despite the fact that they maybe tried to discredit you because of how you look, they did all of that shit that they said was never necessarily true about you. It was a psychological game play, psychological warfare to disconnect you from your power so that they can easily it's like unplugging an HDMI cord from a TV and then plugging another one in. They were disconnecting you so they could easily plug into your source. That's what this feels like. 3-3 angel number 10. It was your family. It was your family. And if you feel like it wasn't your family, this ain't for you. It's your fucking family sending out this motherfucking energy trying to stop you from being in this position. You probably don't even fucking talk to them. They probably don't even know your children. You get what I'm saying? This family, they probably don't even know your children. You don't even talk to them. You couldn't care less. You could not care less about them and what they doing and how their life is going and what they doing on a regular basis. You have no desire for Thanksgiving at their house. You will have a simple meal with you and your family in your own house before you got in the car on some Thanksgiving and some fucking traffic to go to these raggedy bitches' house. Real shit. Real fucking shit. I'm talking to somebody who like that. This is who's sending you all this negative energy. You found your stripes, baby. They tried so hard to change your patterns. If you've seen that K-pop movie, they tried so hard to change your patterns. They tried so hard. Remember, it was the lady who raised her that was like, all we got to do is hide your patterns. They tried so hard. They said, all we got to do is hide your patterns. All we got to do is hide your patterns. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to... And that shit fucked with you all your life. You felt like something was wrong with you all your life. You felt like something was different about you all your life. It was difficult for you to go in normal social settings and situations and feel competent and feel like you belong there because they made you feel like your patterns were so off. This is what I'm tapped into. Shit, your stripe, you embraced your stripes. Say, hell, if I can't have my patterns around you, maybe you're the problem. That's what you said to yourself. Say, fuck, my patterns ain't no problem. This has never caused me anything in the world. Patterns is just there. Your patterns were just there. They never caused you anything. It was their problem with your patterns that you recognize, and you got the fuck on. Take chances. Make mistakes. Get messy. And you got the fuck on as you should. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. This is the second deck that this card has come out of. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. You are now sitting at the top of the wheel. They thought they could put a wheel in your back and drive you. And now you're at the helm. You are the one who are operating this machinery. Two of Cups energy is out here with the Empress energy. It came out. And now they like, fuck. We need that energy though. 333 angel number. They say, fuck, we need that energy. That energy is supposed to go back into the family trust. Their wisdom is supposed to go back into the family trust. The way that they hope, you recognizing that your stripes was always lovely, was always beautiful. They wanted that energy to go back into their family trust. 10 of Pentacles energies out here. 333 10 angel number, right? It was supposed to go back into the family trust. You was never supposed to be able to do anything with it. It was never supposed to be anything that you could curate any kind of life with. 6 of Pentacles energies out here. Now, this pissing me off. Robert is pissing me off. Now, they're trying to guilt or shame you into generosity. Now they're trying to guilt or shame you into just generosity. They're trying to emotionally bully Helga. They're trying to emotionally bully you into generosity. Oh, you should want to do that. Oh, you should want to do that. Fuck the fact that all your fucking life they made you feel like something was wrong with you. Something was wrong with you because of your stripes. Now, look at the stripes. Now, you're supposed to be generous. You should want to give them. That's what family do. We never, not now day on this motherfucking planet, did they act like family towards you. Never, not for one moment on this fucking planet did they act like family towards you, but you supposed to want to. Tim the Tool, you supposed to take everything that you've accumulated and all of the resources that you've produced from your fucking hard work. Mind you, Tim the Tool Man Taylor, they doubted him. They doubted him. They said, you can't fix shit. What you got your own show about fixing stuff? You can't fix nothing. They doubted him. Now these same people expecting you to reciprocate. Reciprocate what they expecting you to give wholeheartedly, generously, and abundantly, and act like all of the shit that they did all of your life you didn't see. This is what I'm tapped into. And a last ditch effort. The only hope that they have of making this shit work is to do some fucking magic on you. Is to psychologically and emotionally stalk you and infiltrate your energy to try to change around your biochemistry to make you think you want something that you know damn well ain't fucking good for you. 7 of Wands energies. You will never unsee. By God's grace, you will never unsee what they did for you. You will never unsee what they didn't do for you. And they gonna have to sit and stew in that shit. You never unsee it. You always remember that for them, your stripes was a problem. You always remember that for them, your stripes were a problem. And even if you do decide to give, you do it the way you want to do it. They don't get to dictate to you what you should and shouldn't be doing, because it was a long time when they didn't even fucking believe in you. Other people had to say, what's up with your cousin? Other people had to say, what's up with your daughter? Other people had to say, what's up with your son? Other people had to bring you up to them for them to even care. You was off in the wilderness for a long time. Other people had to say, you know your cousin over there winning. Other people had to say, you know your auntie over there doing big things. Other people had to say that for them to even know. And now they feel a sense of entitled. They don't deserve shit. But what the fuck they getting? They want you to give it to them. Yet based on the programming that they subjected you to before you could even learn how to breathe right, you're supposed to want to give it to them. That's what family do. This family. For those of you who say, no, this ain't for you then. And that's okay. You can hear a reading. It ain't your reading. For those of you who are saying, no, it's not. This reading ain't for you. This reading is for somebody who it was their fucking family that's sending that fucking magic on them. 7 of Pentacles energies in reverse. And having all of these expectations about what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing, even though they ain't even teach you how to wipe your ass right. You had to learn that shit on your own. You had to learn it on your own. Don't fucking forget that shit. Fuck that. Now they gotta do magic. Weird ass bitches. Cause they ain't wanna do no motherfucking magic to help you. Now they sending fucking negative energy to your mind and to your heart, trying to stop you. Baby, go hard. I ain't lying. Go hard. Because if it take the whole fucking bloodline, the whole fucking living bloodline to come against you, then guess what the fuck they know? Because if it take the whole bloodline to come against you, guess what the fuck they know? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I'm trying to figure it out. Say, why the fucking energy so thick? Energy been thick for the past 48 hours. Your fucking family pissed me. At this point, I'm a little upset. I'm a little bit... They done made me mad. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. After all they did to you in your life and let you go through what the fuck you had to go through on your own. Motherfucker ain't want to teach you how to lay your edges down right. Ain't want to teach you how to wipe your ass and put a pad on right. That shit pissed me off. I ain't lying. I'm trying to calm down. And the energy ain't no more. And the energy done dissipated it. And the energy done got a little thinner now. Oh, now I can... Man, get the fuck out. That's crazy. So it's your fucking family, man. What the... That's why you need to just go harder. I mean, if they really doing all of that to try to stop you, and this is only... You ain't even where you want to be yet. Bitch, imagine what they going to be doing when you get to where you want to be. Bitch, go ham. Go hard as a motherfucker. Make them sweat. Make them sweat. Make them bleed like Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Bitch, worry. Since they want to be all in your energy. And the killer part is, you don't worry about them. If anything, you was going to pray for them. You was going to say, God help them see. Give them eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mind to perceive the things of God. It been years. It been years, and they was watching you suffer the whole time. You wasn't talking to them. You wasn't knowing what they was going on. They was still watching you. They was still talking to third-party situations who know you. Hello. Hello. Still asking about you. The whole family know. what your power is and and the sweet water that you bring to the bloodline. It's you that's still figuring it out. A whole family know. You still figuring it out. That's crazy and wild to me. Not the family. It tracks. It tracks though. Say, why the fucking energy so thick? And it was like that yesterday. And it was like that, say, okay. When it was like that yesterday, sometimes it happens. So I'm like, okay. I get up this morning, here it is again. Okay, now this is off. What the fuck is this? I say, what is this? Let me do a reading and see what the energy is. Family. Family don't know. Family don't know the great nephews. Family don't know the great niece. It's cousins you got that's been born in the past years, 5 to 10 years. You don't even know the cousin name. You never been properly introduced to the cousin. Family won't invite you over. Won't call you. Won't put you in a group chat. Call you and tell you, hey, we having this. We having this little function. We having that little function. We having this little function. Hello, but they are in your energy, sending magic, trying to stop you. They probably all, every time you post, they lay around there. One of them get the video, whoever see the video first, get the video and put it in the group chat. Every time you fucking post, I'm telling you, you not talking to them. They still in your energy. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Let me tell you something. When Jesus said, when the Most High, when your spirit team said that they was going to give you that water to where you will never thirst again, me versus me at the bottom of the deck. When your spirit team said that they was going to give you that water, when they said they was going to give you that spirit, they was going to put that spirit inside of you, and you was going to never thirst again, believe that. And where you went to, did you go to family to get it? Did you go to the community to get it? Did you go out anything outside of yourself to get it? You went to God. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I said I wasn't going to be on here that long today. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we shall see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? Expect changes. Expect changes. Just because you're aware, just because you're now tapped in and tuned in and your spidey senses are tingling, and your spidey senses always tingle, but you didn't always trust your spidey senses tingling. And now because you trust in your spidey senses tingling, you can expect the changes. Well, the changes were always happening all around you. Change is constant, but now you're going to notice them. That's what I'm tapped into. Jealousy. Oh, fucking right. Yeah. That little subtle shit that's been happening all around you for quite some time, it's like you've been giving people the benefit of the doubt. And giving people the benefit of the doubt has been creating a war inside of you. And you're going to pay attention to the changes. Take note of the changes that Spirit is showing you. Celebration, dating. You got a lot of haters. You got haters. You got people hating on you. There's a lot about spring, what happens in the spring, and there must be some growth that's happening. You know, there's a lot about the seeds that you've planted and what people are expecting for you by March, literally by March this year. There's some people jealous of you, and there was even like negative intentions sent toward your sacral chakra. For some of you, the negative intentions was sent toward you to stop you from creating, to stop you from feeling inspired, to stop you from feeling like you can do, right? You can, you have, you do, right? But and then the other negative energy that was sent to some people's sacral chakra was don't have no lovers, don't want love, don't want relationships, let nobody be attracted to you, let you be attracted to nobody, make it feel normal, make it feel like you choosing not to date, or you're choosing not to be in this energy. This is what I'm tapped into. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm telling you, these people were using mirror magic to send negative energy towards you, to scry to your energy. Make sure you're warding your mirrors. They were using mirror magic, or you're using mirror magic. Or you're using mirror magic, and the mirror magic is like breaking you free, and you're starting to really see yourself. If you look at this in the mirror, right, this is the real person, and this is how they see themselves. So there's this realization, right? Either this person is doing mirror magic, and they're sending mirror magic to you, or you're doing mirror magic, and because you're doing mirror magic, you're starting to remove the veil. You can see yourself as you actually are, and not how you thought you were, based on the veil that they put over your eye using this mirror magic. Give me some more energy. There's a lot of energy about you not being creative, or you not being sexy. You not feeling wanted or something like that. Time for a new direction. changes are ahead. But here we are again, and it's something of significant about like fall, autumn coming up significantly, and another season that's been coming up significantly for the collective has been spring. So I know that this is like by spring, you'll see the growth in this change. You know, angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. This is a message for somebody that needs to become aware that there's been some casting happening and people are projecting energy into your sacral chakra, not the root, not the solar plexus, the sacral. Sacral has to do with like I am, I can. The fact that you believe you can do stuff or the creative forces. This the sacral chakra is responsible for you feeling a little horny sometimes, right? And so this energy has been affected or infiltrated and your spirit team is wanting you to do a cleanse and recognize that, like recognize what's happening. It's the energy of somebody attacking your sacral chakra and not wanting you to create or feel attractive. Crossroads, time for a new direction, expect changes, right? And so there are changes coming about, and I feel like it has to do with mirror magic, right? The eyes being the window to the soul. Mesmerized energy is out here with mirror magic, and it has something to do with you finally seeing yourself, like not the way you thought you was looking the whole time, but the way you really are, because you were seeing yourself in a certain way because they were veiling, like doing things to mirror to make you see yourself a certain way when really that's not how you look. Like a filter on an app. That's what they was doing. This is what I'm tapped into. Had you in certain relationships running behind something that wasn't even interested in you. For some of you, you was running behind something. For some of you, like eyebrow blindness, right? Or like being blind to how you really look when you think, oh, this is attractive, or I look good, but really it's a repulsive type of thing, and you don't realize it in your mind. You think it's cool, right? Despite the fact of everybody telling you it don't look good, or everybody telling you you need to change, you won't hear it. Your mind literally won't receive it. But you're going in a new direction at this time, baby. They've been on y'all ass. At least we together in this thing. I thought it was just me. Shit, they be on y'all ass too. Love bomb, huh? Okay, that's why you on here. Resonant frequency. Resonant frequency. They be on y'all ass. Shit. You need to ward your mirrors. Try wiping your mirrors down with some Florida water or any alcohol-based cleanser. You could even use rum or something like that as an offering to an ancestor and tell your ancestor to guard your mirror or whatever it is like that. Definitely be ward your mirrors. You can draw sigils. You can like use the cleaning stuff that you're using to clean your mirror. You can draw a sigil, right? There are so many things that you can do to ward your mirror, but just ward your mirror so that you can see things clearly at this time. Let's do love. Love, love, love. Angels, archangels. No, not spirit love bombing. Love bombing is the energy of the people sending stuff towards you and making you see yourself differently or making it difficult for you to see yourself, and it happened repeatedly, right? It also was the energy of like the love bombing was in a phone, that the love, the hearts was coming through a phone, and I feel like it has to do with like, okay, it's not just happening to one person in here, it's happening to multiple people in here. But no, people just be want to say stupid shit, anything to try to negate and refute. It don't even gotta make sense. People just want to say stupid shit to try to negate and refute whatever you're saying. So sometimes you gotta ignore that shit. A lot of times I don't explain. People ask crazy questions. I just keep talking. God damn, I'm gonna burn the fuck out of myself. Y'all double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this love. If you haven't already, leave me a like. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the shares. We're doing love, and we're doing love for singles. Seeking perfection and demanding. A lot of energy has been coming through for the collective recently that's like, the way you love yourself teaches people how to love you. Okay? So, like, when you are the type of person who wakes up at 5 a.m., you have a very strict diet. You're very, strict with yourself about what your presentation is, how you look. You go to the dentist often. You're just that type of person. The loving yourself like that is going to attract people in your life that love themselves like that. And then the love that they give to you will naturally be on that level because that's the type of person they are. But if you are a type of person who you're like that and you're on your shit in every way that you can be, and then you're interviewing or engaging with people who not like that, they're gonna see you as demanding. If they not willing to do it for themselves, just for singles, if they not willing to do it for themselves, then why would they do it for you? And there's been this disconnect a lot from my divine collective, especially the singles, in regards to that. My mom would always say, love a person for who they are, not who you want them to be. And you can tell about a lot about how a person will love you by how they love themselves. This feels like it's coming from somebody who's seeking perfection within themselves. And so then in relationship, it seems like you're very demanding. But if you were seeking relationship with somebody who was also seeking perfection, then what you would be asking for wouldn't be demanding to them. But if you're seeking relationship with somebody who doesn't have the same goals as you, who doesn't have the same desire for life as you, they're going to think you asking for too much. They're going to say it's demanding. And that energy has been coming up a lot of asking for too much. You're not asking for too much. You expecting somebody else to give you what you should be giving yourself. When you give what you should be giving to yourself, you realize how much energy and effort it takes. And then you don't want just anybody having access to your energy. So it may be a time between. But in that time between, you cultivate the ability to identify other people who seek perfection within themselves. How? By how they love themselves. You at the gym, they at the gym. You at the dentist, they at the dentist. You eating right, they and eating right. And then when you get into a relationship with the people who are on the same frequency as you, what you asking for is not a demand. They already was gonna do that. They was already finna make sure that the food was healthy when they went grocery shopping. They was already finna make sure that they was taking you to a certain level and quality of place when they take you out to eat, because that's what they do anyway. You get what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. It's a song by Bruno Mars when he was like, that's what I like. Yes, lucky for you. That's what I like. That's what I like. Dun, 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 dun. That song is saying, look, bitches looking for you. That's what I like. Because it don't matter if you was here or if it was another person. This is what I'm going to have. And when you get in that mindset to where you seek perfection within yourself, even if it's a time and a space between dating, you'll start to attract people who are on your level. But you letting these people who not on your level, who not willing to do for themselves what you want done for you. Hello. That's all you need to know. And ambivalent is the right word. Hello. Where you going? Hello. We're here. Where you going? Why you walking over there? We over here. Come stand right here. Stand in the group. Right? You know that one person, we on a class trip or something like that. Stand in the motherfucking group. What you doing all the way over there? Come back over here. You want to wander off and do all kind of independent shit. This is a group trip. That's what this is. You look at how you love yourself. When you look at how you love yourself, you look for people who already demonstrate those behaviors. Those people are more apt to give you what you desire and not see you as demanding. Fear of loss. It's always that fucking fear, right? God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and of sound mind. So this is fear of loss, right? Accepting what you don't really want because you're afraid that people are going to say you're too much. But why the fuck would somebody who's too much care about a basic bitch thinking that they're too much? If you are supersized, why do you care what a regular size meal have to say? That don't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you extravagant, why would you care what a basic Brooks brother type of person got to say? You get what I'm saying? They like to dress neutral. They like to wear plain clothes. You like to be extravagant. You shouldn't care what they think. It's this type of energy. It's some people that's going to think you too much already. It's some people that's going to think you too much. So you'd rather join in forces with those people who have high expectations for themselves. So because they have high expectations for themselves, they will naturally show up with high, giving high expectations in their relationship. Self-neglect, right? Self-neglect. But it feels like you seek perfection in your own life, and then with your own schedule, you're very demanding, committed, even anal is the word that's coming up. But then you let these booty ass people come around you. You get the pun. You can be very anal with yourself in regards to your discipline, in regards to your sacrifice, in regards to your willfulness, but then you let booty ass people come around you. That don't make no motherfucking sense. You getting up every day, you getting going hard to get this motherfucking paper. You get up. Have you ever got up in your house that you paying all the motherfucking bills for and got ready to go do whatever you do, whether you work from home or you go to work, and the motherfucker was still laying on your couch? Not no kids either. I'm not talking about no kids that just can't work. I'm talking about somebody who able body grown, and you finna get ready to go to work and deal with the pressure of what you have to do, and they just laying there comfortable, rubbing their feet together on your fucking furniture. That shit feel a type of way, even if you don't want it to. It feel a type of way. This is what I'm tapped into. You really go hard on yourself, and then go easy on the people around you, and you need to be a little bit more mindful of that. Like, attract somebody into your life, or allow people to come into your life that have the same types of demands for themselves as you have for yours. This is what I'm tapped into. Bitch, that was so easy. They could have let this be the first card out. Not compatible. And different. We live in the same building, but we got different views. That's what this is. Not my type and not compatible. They could have let them be the first cards out, baby. You have standards. That's what this boils down to. The biggest impediment that you're facing in a relationship right now, if you're single, is that you have standards. And you steady leg around there and interacting and involving yourself with people who probably can't even spell the word. I'm not a judge. I know there's a lot of people that can't spell the word. People don't be reading shit. That's okay. Bitch, you read. How the fuck you gonna be a reader and you get with a non-reader? Non-readers have to get with non-readers. They gonna understand each other. How you gonna be a reader? You gonna try to be a reader and get with a non-reader? You ain't gonna understand them. You ain't gonna try it. Take my advice, baby. They cute and stuff. They be like, oh, jumping up and down and shit. You know, they be doing a little dance and shit, jigging. Baby, that's cute. You gonna try to have a conversation with that motherfucker, and that motherfucker they gonna say something like, oh, I don't drink water. I've been there, done that. They gonna say something like, oh, I don't eat fruit. You might bring some fruit in the house and put it in a fruit bowl, try to be all like, that's not even fancy. But you bring some fruit and put it in a fruit bowl and they call you fancy. Oh, you got a little fancy. The fruit in the fruit bowl is fancy? Oh, no, I never had a banana before. What is this? Ooh, a plum? I never had a plum before, bitch. Get the fuck up out of there. Why is you over there? Get your ass. If you over there right now with the people you know they ain't never had a glass of water and don't know what the fuck a piece of fruit is, get your ass up right now. I'm going to tell your mama. Where's my other phone? I'm finna go get my motherfucking other phone right now and call your goddamn mama and get your ass out to people's shit. Go where you belong. What the fuck? Knowing damn well they don't read. Ain't no books. Not a book. Not a book in the house. The whole house from the ruler to the tutor. You can't find a pen. Two kids live in the house. Everybody got book sacks. Nobody got pens. Not a book inside in that bitch. Nobody got books. No fruit. Only processed food. They go grocery shopping, come up back with the grocery haul and show that shit off. Yeah, we ain't doing nothing but eating toxics and poison. They happy about that shit. Like, where the water at, bitch? Y'all ain't buy no water? Y'all ain't buy no water. There ain't no water. Drink water out the tap. Ain't no motherfucking water, bitch. We ain't buy no water. Cold drinks, Fanta, Crush, Orange Crush. Cola, Sprite, Orange Crush is all we got. You want some juice, bitch? You want some tea or some coffee? You ain't in the right place. You know who I'm talking to. Stop. Listen, we're not going to argue about this. Get your ass the fuck up out them people shit. Your body need water, baby. Your body need water. You can't just be in the people's house drinking cold drinks and liquor all day. Your body need fruit and vegetables. Y'all can't still keep having fish fries and meatballs. Crab ball, neck bone, all the time. The potatoes don't count. The corn and potatoes and the neck bones don't count. You need some fucking green beans. You need some fucking broccoli, florets, some carrots around that motherfucker. Get on. I'm not finna keep telling you this. Get up and get your shit and get out. You instead try to make some shit make sense. And that's what pisses me off sometimes. Y'all try to make shit make sense. Oh, well, they like that because this and that and that. Bitch, if you don't get your ass the fuck away from the people. You try to make that shit make sense. No. Hell no. They buying cases of cold drinks and won't buy one case of water. 12 cases of cold drink. Ain't gonna buy one case of water? We can't get 30 waters? One a day? Moving on. I'm about to leave y'all alone because I feel like y'all think I'm picking on y'all. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just telling you how to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. I'm just telling you How to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. So don't even go there. I know because I've been there. I know because I've been the one in the trap with my little pajamas set on and my little fluffy slippers and my little headband thinking it was cute. That shit ain't cute. Go to the library. Go your ass to the fucking library, read a book. You got pink fluffy slippers, silk pajamas and shit. And you bring in all of your luxury items to the trap. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope you said something there because you want to be with Mang Mang. Mang Mang live in the middle of the hood in the worst zip code in your city. You come from across the tracks. You ain't even supposed to be over there. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Conversation rules the nation. Conversation, talk. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. In a relationship, if you are in a relationship and you're wanting to know about love, it's interruptions in your conversation. It's like y'all can't talk to each other. It's like you got to be doing something all the time. There always has to be. It's not people play games or people like go to the mall together or they do those things to have something to do while they talk. Y'all do those things to have something to do together, but there's no talking. There's no conversation. Excuse me. And I feel like it's creating an impediment in this connection. Give and receive. And for some of you, you want love, you need to be loving. You want friendliness, you need to be friendly. You want laughter after laughter, right? They adore you, but there's also this energy of feeling like somebody feel like they walking on eggshells. One person is on the edge. They volatile, reactive, and the other person feels like they have to walk on eggshells in order to not get the other person to flip and flash out. And the biggest issue that's in this relationship is there's no real communication. I feel like y'all always together, but y'all ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? Like y'all always together, but y'all not saying what really matters. Maybe pass me the salt, or would you rather this noodle or this noodle at the grocery store? But there are no real conversations about the emptiness that either of you feel within yourselves, about the emptiness that either of you feel in your relationship. It's like being alone together, right? Like, or being together alone, or feeling lonely right when you're with somebody. That's what this feels like. And I think that the most powerful path forward is to ask yourself why you don't feel confident, you don't feel comfortable, you feel like you can't communicate with this person. The card says it is safe to fall. When I think about love, I think about falling in love. You fall in love. And when you think about falling, you think about falling in love. Every time you fall in love, you don't land. Not every time you fall in love do you stick and stay there. So you could be falling and falling and falling. And sometimes if you break something or if you drop something too many times due to a fall, it can break. So at a certain point in time when you've fallen in love, you start to slow down. When you first start falling in love, you fall in love after love after love after love after love. But then after falling so many times, you take on damage. And then you begin to want to fall less. So you become more conscious about even taking that fall. And I'm saying that to say, when you are thinking about this relationship, you have to ask yourself if you can afford the break that could occur if you fall. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, self-sabotage. You have to ask yourself if you can afford the break that would happen if you fall. A lot of the energy is motions. Give and receive. They adore you. It's safe to fall, but there's no conversation. There's no need. There's no feeling that of I can show my most vulnerable aspect to you. Teamwork, right? That's what I feel. Teamwork, give and receive. It's safe for you to fall. They adore you. It feels like somebody going through the fucking motions. It looked like it until a phantom pulls up. It looks like a healthy relationship until it's time to go through some stress. And when they got to go through some stress and go through some strain, and somebody anxious and somebody volatile and somebody reactive, they can't take the fall. Know your worth. Reunited, because I feel like this reunited card has to do with like a spirit or a problem that you've dealt with before that you already kind of know the ins and outs of. And if you're honest with yourself about where you are right now, then you know it's going to be imperative in order for this relationship to maintain some type of semblance, 111 up here, for you to have good conversation. You have to date, you have to flirt, you have to play. These excursions that you're going on aren't just for you to say, we went to the zip line or we went to the waterfalls. Is so that you can talk, right? And having these healthy conversations is what builds a friendship. And a friendship is what will take you toward love. Okay? Conversation rules the nation. Make sure you're expressing yourself. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Where's my money deck? Let's look into finances to see what the energy is like. Na 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 na. I should have known from the start. I don't see the deck that I normally use to read for finances. So we're just going to use a regular tarot deck to read for finances because I don't see my money deck. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message for the divine collective? I don't see it. What is the most important message for my divine collective? What do you need to know most to walk your highest path out here for your greatest good? Thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscribes, your shares. Time, energy, love, and support. 3 of Cups, energies in reverse. Oh, it's not a party pack. 2 of Cups. There's a lot of energy, and based on the energy that we tapped into earlier, it likely is going to be family. But there's a lot of energy around people feeling like what's yours is theirs and what's theirs is yours, despite the fact that they didn't contribute and didn't even believe in a dream that you were going toward. Right? A 3 of Cups with a 2 of Cups. There's like 2 cups left, and it needs to be properly allocated. What you got ain't for everybody. Justice card energy is out here with the title card. Titles, loans, contracts, all of these things. Contracts, these types of bureaucratic things could be going in your favor at this time. But it's heavy on somebody felt like they should have been entitled to something that was for you. Finances really look good, strong, and healthy at this time. Despite how you feel, I do see some type of emotional interference, meaning there were people who felt entitled to something that was yours. But this contract card coming out with this title card that's got a little scroll on it is letting me know that your contracts are being sealed or signed in legitimate ways. And what is your just due is coming towards you. 7 of Wands with the Knight of Wands. I'm sure you've been hearing this a lot. This message, 7 of Wands with the Knight of Wands, is 8 Wands about somebody who tried to keep something from coming towards you, and it's coming towards you. Empress energy is out here. Your rightful position, you being restored to your rightful position. Energetically, it feels like there was a kingdom that was stolen, and you're being put back in your rightful position. Empress, title card, justice, right? So you're being restored, your land and your rights. 3 of Cups with 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups in reverse. Somebody thought it was theirs, or they thought that they could just state property. State? This is private property. Hit the road, dude. So like Knight of Swords energy is out here. Incoming messages about a third party interference that was trying to 3-3 angel number intercede with something that belongs to you, but you're getting it. 2 of Cups, right? Contracts, justice card. You're getting a contract. Somebody might have tried to steal some business from you. Somebody probably tried to have you canceled, especially if you're a healer or something like that. Listen, everything is going to be restored to its rightful place. So it feels like there's a phase or there's a time in between. We're in Mercury retrograde and it's in the middle of winter, right? So this is a time of rest and reset. Use this time as such. And when you start to lock into what the circadian rhythm is, you'll understand more how the world works, right? 3 of Wands with 7 of Wands is 10 of Wands. Ten of Wands is burdens, oppressions. Knight of Wands make it 11 Wands, breakthroughs, right? Breakthroughs coming through. King of Cups, so remain emotionally controlled, remain poised at this time, because there's going to be a lot of information that comes to you that makes you feel frustrated and flustered. Three of Cups with the Two of Cups, kind of like how I felt when I realized it was your family, But Six of Cups energy, what's rightfully yours, what God has for you is coming to you. Okay, money look good. Two of Swords. It just feels like you in a place right now where you can't see it. You know what I mean? Two of Swords, the Justice card, Two of Cups. It just feels like you're in a place right now where you can't see it, right? Three of Wands on the top of the hill, waiting on the ships to come in, right? But they're definitely coming in. Three of Wands, Three of Cups, Empress. And ultimately, you wind up sitting pretty. I said I wasn't going to be in here that long. Girl, how the fuck? How? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Let's see. Who? Playing. Let's do Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Yeah. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message? Thank you. Undefeated. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's why they call me Muhammad Ali. It's not only the work that you're doing, but you're pretty. For some of you, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It is you doing excellent work. You know, undefeated world heavyweight championship status, and you pretty while you're doing it. Give me some more energy. Optimism, wish, and hope is not only what you're doing. The impact that you're having because you're doing something effectively and efficiently, and you look good while you're doing it. Boy, no. There's a lot of oppression out here. There's a lot of suppression is a good word, because it could be like racism, or it could be like sexism, or those types of things, but it's that type of oppression that's showing up, and that it's happening a lot because not only are you effective and you efficient at what you do, but you pretty. You could have other things like maybe race, creed, culture, sexual identity that makes people want to persecute you, but you're doing what you do well, and you look good while you're doing it. Give me some more energies out here. One of the things that you need to know most at this time, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, is that you're in good company. You know, if you think of they did that to Jesus, if you think of they did that to Elton John, if you think that they did that to Muhammad Ali, you would be correct. That very powerful people who are misunderstood become martyrs. And that's what this feels like. There's a lot coming through for the collective at this time that has to do with like understanding your rhythms and understanding nature. And right now in nature, it's a time of rest. It's a time of like resting more. This is just what nature is showing us through her behavior. And so pay attention to that. And it could like explain to you what's going on maybe at work. You might feel overwhelmed. You might feel burdened in trying to keep. I think it's so interesting that, you know, naturally in nature during this time of the year, we would be slowing down. We would kind of be going in, spending more time with our immediate family, our intimate family members, and kind of like really resetting and preparing for almost like the springtime, right? But society and the way that systems work has you driven up into holiday gear, revving up into holiday energy. So be aware. Well, I know that you want to be a part of society and experience that, but you have to also pay attention to your nature. You have to also pay attention to what nature is telling you, because you're trying to put yourself in second gear, and your body, your vessel is having trouble at this time just getting out of neutral, right? So baby, allowing yourself and even allocating more time and resources for that rest is going to be imperative. I'm not saying you can't have Christmas, and I'm not saying you can't have Thanksgiving, even though this economy, it would make sense. But what I am saying is that you don't want let other people dictate the momentum that you have at this time, because nature is telling you to slow down while you steady trying to speed up. Blind energy is out here with fated encounter. There's also this energy around being very, very focused, and I feel like that's what you're supposed to be. But you're very, very focused, so much so that you're not realizing who's watching you. Hiding emotions, energies out here. You're so fucking focused. And like an aspect of you being so focused is because you don't have to look up at people and then say, wow, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I don't know if I'm going to be able to maintain this. But it's people watching you, people of star status that really want to invest in you and take what you're doing to the next level. This is what I'm tapped into. You know, if you've ever seen a tidal wave, woo, I don't know if you heard Aaron. If you've ever seen a tidal wave, then you know that all of the water will recede from the beach. And you're like, where the fuck is water at? Why is the beach so low today, right? And then they say you need to get off the beach because that's an indication of a tidal wave, right? And this is what feels like energetically. You might be like, oh my God, you may be nervous, even concerned, quarterly sales, this type of energy is out here. But baby, when you realize and recognize, number one, where you're going and the momentum that you already have, but also like the momentum that's coming because people want to invest in you and very elite level people, right? Whether they're famous or not, I just know that they're really elite. They're excellent and they've reached certain echelons that they'd like to invite you into. So be aware. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, right? You look pretty doing it. You're doing what you do well, and you look good doing it. That's what's going to set you apart. There's a lot of oppression. There's a lot of suppression. I don't want you to be bothered by that or distracted or dissuaded by that because it's your ability to fight through that that's really setting you apart. These witches and these warlocks keep thinking that making the energy so thick is creating conditions that make it difficult for people to be able to see you in regards to people scouting for your energy. What they doing is making conditions. It's like, it's like you setting records in the rain. Okay, they thought they was going to send some weather that was going to make it rain on your parade, and you did what you had to do in the rain, and it made it legendary. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius. Let's do Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? Undecided. This card has come out every day this week. Somebody straddling the fence. Who is this? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This energy is interesting. It can either be you wearing the meat suit, hiding your real self, but like why, I guess is what has me hung up. Like, are you wearing a meat suit for positive reasons or for negative reasons? Like hiding your real self. You're not from here, blending in, but your soul knows that this world is not your home. Undecided, straddling the fence on whether or not you should continue to try to make yourself fit into some shit you was born to stand out of. Gemini energy. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. But double-minded in the way that it doesn't even make sense. You're trying to make yourself fit into something that you were literally created to break free from. You have turned my father's house into a den of thieves. You was never supposed to be a part of that church. The Christ was never supposed to be a part of that church. He was always going to bring that church down. He said it many times. I didn't come up to uphold the law. I came to destroy it. And that's what this feels like. You trying to be a part of or fit into a system that you came and dedicated to breaking down so we can rebuild a new one. So we can rebuild a better one on top of it. Freedom energy is out here, right? So you're straddling the fence in regards to what you need to do, because what you need to do may make you stand out in some way, but you was born to stand out and be some type of there's going to be like a pioneer woman. Be some type of pioneer in regards to how freedom is possible. That's what this feels like. 1212 angel number. You're supposed to be a pioneer. Guarded energy is out here with Pee Wee Herman, and you guard your energy, or you guard your real true belief. You hide your real true self under the guise of you just playing. Like when that song, when he said, "Unless you're gonna do it." You know what I mean? So you try to make it seem like you're jovial, like you're just kidding, like you're not something to be taken seriously unless somebody says, yes, I want to do this. And then here you are, the leader of the crusade, the pioneer in financial freedom. It feels like it has something to do with financial freedom, or showing people how alternative lifestyles are possible and they don't have to lose any of the modern technology. That's what it feels like to me energetically. Plot twist. Yeah, you can live an alternative lifestyle, and you don't have to give up any of your modern amenities. And I feel like you're a voice of the people in that way. Okay, little mama. Beautiful chaos and world peace, right? Meant to be a divine representative of something different. And here you are trying to fit in. Make that shit make sense. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. And this energy, lazy Sunday, right? Or it's hard. I'm tired of digging, granddad, when it's too damn bad. And what the thing is to know is that you need to understand your rhythms. Rest when you need to rest. Recuperate when you need to recuperate. But then you got to get back to it, okay? It's already yours. ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps, girl. You just need to know that they are watching you, girl. And they have so much hope, girl. Like, they're the amount of hope that they hope in. But we've been learned from Cedric the Entertainer that we don't go off no motherfucking hope. We wish a bitch would. But yeah, girl, you got these motherfucking. And these witches and these warlocks definitely have to be family, or they used to know you or some shit like that. Somebody that I used to know. Okay, you watching. Okay, bitch, watch. Just like, crazy sword, fucking gnat, fucking fly, monitoring spirit ass energy. Law and order, bro. Somebody thought that they got away with something. They thought they had legal claims. This is gonna be. We did Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We did a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's go back to Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Law and order energies in reverse. Somebody thought that they would get away with something. Not even get away because they thought that what they were doing was somehow legitimate. In their mind, they were saying this is legal. They know they was trying to steal something from you. They know they were trying to take something of yours, but they felt like they were going about it legitimate ways, right? They were like, we have a magistrate on our hand. I know a notary, right? This is somebody who had bureaucratic support, and they felt like because they was doing something illegal legally, that they would be fine. They're getting caught up. No energies out here, and they know that you know. And they know that they're getting caught up. I also feel like you have a sense of knowing, even though you might not have any documentation exposure. Hell yeah. It's like a legal person, like a police officer, a judge, a notary, a magistrate, or somebody like that who's been violated as much as you have been violated, right? Exposure, right? Like, let's say a notary was dating somebody, and the person that they was dating took their stamp. Is this type of energy that's showing up in your energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Now, I know that you know that people have something that belongs to you, but I also feel like you're like, God, what God has for you, it is for you, and if it's yours, God is going to make sure that it's restored to you. I feel like you only focus on what you need to be doing for you. That's the perfect place for you to be, because this scheme that Todd set up is being unraveled. That's what I'm tapped into. No energy is out here with a role model. There was a lot of character assassination. There was a lot of character assassination that had to take place in order for this plan to be effective. And while the magistrate or the person, the legitimate bureaucrat or magistrate they were ready on their end, the people who were attacking and assaulting your energy were not ready on your end. No energy is out here with role models, so they weren't ready. Exposure energy is out here with law. Okay. So if I got a magistrate and I say, okay, I need you to stamp this paperwork and file this paperwork and get this through, get this considered like legitimate, and then I'm gonna get this person to act crazy. I'm gonna get this person to react, and then that's how we're gonna get this thing to go through, right? The people who were supposed to be having you reactive. Radioactive is what I hear in my mind. They couldn't do it. Where they were supposed to make you look crazy, have you flipping and flashing out, doing things. They couldn't get that out of you. Adaptability energy is out here. Where I feel like you learned from previous experiences. You knew the type of person that they was. You knew the type of people that they are. So when they started to show their normal behaviors, you said, okay. Let me see. You said, okay, I'm not going to react and respond in the ways that I normally do. Sagittarius energy is out here. Sagittarius energy is out here. Not that you were docile or calm or anyway. It's only that you was like, oh, I'm going to scope the scenery out. Very Page of Swords energy. You say, I see what they trying to do. I recognize the reaction that they want. So I'm going to give them a smarter reaction. You say they want me to react this way. If I react that way, they're going to call the police. They're going to have me put in jail. They're going to have me committed to an institution. So I'm going to react, but I'm not going to react in the way they expect me to. That was the best thing you could have ever did. That was the best thing you could have ever did. Six of Pentacles energy is out here with deity. Now, the money that exchanged hands is being revealed. They couldn't have you show up as no crazy person, as no volatile, violent, or reactive person. You're showing up, as a matter of fact, as a shining emblem of how people should be and how people should act. Is how you showing up, and people are saying, okay, so what's going on here? Why is this paperwork filed? Why is this sitting here, and it's just sitting there in somebody's files, in somebody's office? And people say, okay, so this is waiting. Like, it's just sitting there waiting on you to do something. And people say, oh, no, this is not, like, it's coming out. People are saying, oh no, you're trying to project a certain image onto this person. Lie, boo boo. You're trying to make them seem bad. You're trying to make them seem wrong or be able to criminalize and demonize them off of their feelings. And meanwhile, people are finding out that they projected those feelings onto you. They want to be able to criminalize you and demonize you because you react to how you feel. But they creating feelings that's supposed to make you react a certain way. When you didn't react a certain way that they expected you to react, they couldn't vilify you. They couldn't vilify you. So whatever paperwork and legitimate shit that they had filed is no longer lining up. One person had one job, the other person had the other job. And somebody didn't hold up to the end of the contract. That's what this feels like. You see how the scales unbalanced? Somebody couldn't balance the scales when they were supposed to have you looking a certain way, responding a certain way, and behaving a certain way. And that was going to make the paperwork seem legitimate so that things could go through, the process could go through fully. But you ain't looking that way. You ain't behaving that way. You ain't acting that way. So it's not going through. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Light team, you prayed. One of the things that I know from this energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, is that you prayed. You said, I'm not going to give them the reaction that they want, so I got to get God involved on this. You say, if I do it, I'm going to jail. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini said, if I handle it, I'm going to jail, so you let God handle it. And that was the best thing you could have did. Baby, God got involved on your behalf, and these people are suffering for what they tried to do to you. And it's only a matter of time before you receive a notice about this information, before you receive notice about what was taken from you. It's only a matter of time, baby. They not getting away with nothing. Just like you knew, and you was right to know what God has for you, it is for you. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Your sunshine has come. Halos and crowns. Knowledge. There's something about your crown chakra showing up significantly. Playing. This Pee Wee Herman card came out for everybody, right? Crown chakra energy and playing, and that's been coming up since yesterday, where they're sending attacks. There was a long, maybe about 7 to 10 days where there were attacks being sent to your sacral chakra. And then once that didn't have an effect, or the effect that the witches and the warlocks would have had it have, they started to send attacks to your crown chakra. So at this time, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, it's going to be imperative that you are affirming the things that be as not as though they are. You have to be praying and readily praying and manifesting what you desire. You have to be taking stock of your thoughts and being able to kind of like realize, I didn't put that there. I didn't put that there. Like the thoughts that you will find are there that really don't align with your goals. That's what this looks like. Heavy, your sunshine has come. You're being crowned with some type of divine energy. There's a lot of light bulbs going off, a lot of awareness, and it just feels like somebody is trying to play in your crown chakra energy. So protective. Cover your crown at this time. Aries energy is out here. Somebody wants it. They want a problem. They want conflict. They want confusion. They want you in a state of conflict and or confusion because something that you're creating, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, what I feel like is the information that you're sharing and the way that you're sharing this information is supernatural, otherworldly. That's what this feels like. And that's why Pee Wee Herman nasty ass over here playing in your energy. What is this? Because you are not only manifesting and materializing everything that you want, but it also feels like you're coming up with a book. Like you're coming up with a game plan. Like you're coming up with a method and a process to make this something that anybody can do in 3 easy steps. That's what this feels like. Not $19.99, not $18.99, $17.99. Like you coming up with a plan or a process to make it something that's easy. You're inventing something that'll make this easy for and it's like these demons are waking up. They say, fuck. You got the demons waking up talking about some fuck. You know, because something has arisen inside of you, because something is waking up inside of you, some type of knowledge, some type of angelic force, and you got these motherfucking entities and energies that thought it was all fun and games and felt like they was going to play in your energy, getting up from their nap a little early. This is what I'm tapped into. Guarded. And here you are. Your most powerful path forward at this time is to protect your mind. Guarded Gemini energy. These witches and these warlocks are trying to play in your crown chakra energy. You're cultivating something at this time. Of course, a type of knowledge that will make something possible that seems impossible to the world right now very, very possible. And you have to protect that energy. I suggest affirmations. I suggest you constantly taking stock of your thoughts and realigning with what your goals are by rereading and rereading what you've written down, right? Be blind to the bullshit. At this time, you have to be very selective about what you're giving, what you're feeding your consciousness, and choose to be blind to the bullshit. Juicy. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift? I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Yeah, they definitely, oh, girl. When I tell you the energy is so thick between some of y'all family sending magic so y'all wouldn't get these messages, and others of y'all got witches and warlocks in y'all energy wanting to stop y'all from delivering whatever messages that you have or delivering whatever programs and methods that you have, baby, the energy is so thick today. So just be prepared for it, okay? What is the most important message for my divine collective? What do you need to know most to walk your highest path on for the greatest good? Everybody's not able to, and some of y'all got to go out in the world and do what the world is requiring of you and do that, right? But choose peace today. As much as you can, understand that we're going into autumn and things are going to be slowing down. And in your mind and in your heart, and as much as you can in your actions, choose peace. Slow down at this time. It's going to be very empowering in regards to helping you see things more clearly. Four of Swords energy is out here with the Ace of Swords. That's Five of Swords. You want to argue. I can't argue with you. You mad. Bitch, these bitches is mad, bitch. When I tell you they mad and they want to argue and you not giving them no attention, it's only burning their biscuits even more and they trying to get your attention. I got your attention. Attention is the new currency. You might find people that think that their insults or their offense is something that's so big and braggadocious. You being able to ignore them bitches is way bigger. You being able to ignore them witches is way bigger than any insult or offense that they can throw towards you. Eight of Pentacles energy is out here with the Page of Pentacles. Because the only thing, they're not trying to be right. They're not trying to be correct. They're trying to distract. So choose your peace. And don't give no energy, no attention, no words to no weak ass bitch. That's what I'm tapped into. Five of Swords energy is out here. What's 4 plus 1 sword? I just work here. Five of Swords energy is out here. They want to argue. They want to be into it. They want to distract you. They want to talk about a bunch of dumb shit to affect your energy and emotions so that you can't concentrate on what you need to be concentrating on and then you don't materialize what you're supposed to produce. Hello? That's what their intentions are. Ace of Pentacles energy is out here. I just fucking work here. Nine of Swords. So, mama, there go that man. And that man ain't never came over here, but every time that man leave, you got attitude. Every time it smell like pine cones up in here, daddy be tripping. That's what this feels like. Knight of Swords energy is out here with the High Priestess and the Eight of Swords. So don't tell nobody what you about to do. Don't talk about what you about to do. What Beyonce said, don't make no announcement about what you about to do. Just do it. Heavy Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. 8, 9. 9 is going to be like a 0. 5 plus 4 is 9. Both of those 9 is going to be like a 0. 9, 18, 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. That's the Ace of Swords. So the truth is being revealed. And the truth is being revealed not in what you say, baby. Not at all in what you say, but all in what you do. This is what I'm tapped into. 10 of Pentacles. So there's going to be a lot of people trying to get you in conversations. And they're going to want you to have futile conversations. And your spirit team is saying, show them better than you can tell them. That's what I'm tapped into. 9 of Cups. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. These people that want to distract you and have silly-ass conversations, they're not going to be around long. You, on the other hand, are going for the long haul. I love y'all so much. I got on here this morning. I was fighting that desire to be inconsistent, and I was pushing through that witchcraft and that warfare, that spiritual warfare being sent by all of these. And I said, and I got on here and I say, I ain't gonna be on that alone. I'm gonna go on there, do what I need to do, and go. You know how you go to the gym, you say, I'm gonna hit that Stairmaster, I'm going to fuck home. Then the next thing you know, you did a full body workout. Bitch, that's what happened. So be aware that just dotting the door, sometimes just opening the door, sometimes just showing up, even if you feel like, man, I'm not gonna be able to show up today, is what will get you. Is what will get you through. Okay, be aware. They are definitely sending energy toward your crown chakra to impede on the methods and the processes that you're cultivating. Push through. One of the most notable cards from today's session was float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's why they call me Muhammad Ali. And they say you doing a thing, you undefeated, and you pretty while you're doing it. This is what I'm tapped into. I hope I see you tonight on our nightcap. I appreciate your time, your energy, your love, and support. If you're ever interested in getting a private and personal session, you should check out the website. It's www.tarotondex.com. You can also utilize the link tree. The link tree is /tarot on Dex. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose. Wholeness. Infinite waters flowing through you. Take it easy.